And if you don't like the process, don't take on a project. Hi, and welcome to this episode of John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. I am making more progress here on the 1978 KZ1000 project. I have been cleaning the carburetors. I just got parts today that I've been waiting for. These are the float needles for the carburetors. They're K&L parts. I'll put the part number in the description. But I'm basically ready to button these back up and get this ready. Once I have the motor in, these will be ready to put on the bike. More progress on the 1978 KZ1000 basket case project. I have made some progress here. I've been checking the bike over, and really when you inherit something from somebody else, a started project, it's always good to kind of go in and double check things. So what I've noticed is there are no washers, crush washers here on the brake lines, so these need to be redone. I've also noticed I filled the tire up with air yesterday and it's already flat again. So I've either got a puncture, or my suspicion is I've got a valve stem that's leaky, or I've got, just over time, the bead has separated, so I'll have to have that remounted. I have been cleaning things on the frame. I went ahead and I put the new handlebar on, and I'm scheduled to put the engine in the bike next week. And so, you know, even if I have the engine in, it's not going to go anywhere if I don't have brakes. The new handlebar, obviously, this doesn't reach, so I'm going to have to put a new upper brake line on here, one that's longer than this one. I've got some brake lines that came with the bike, so I'm going to check and see if I've got one that'll actually fit here. But if not, I'll have to source that, because if it runs, that's great, but if it doesn't have brakes, I'm not going anywhere. Same thing with the tires. I have been cleaning the chrome on the bike, and while it's not perfect, it looks a lot better. Just kind of trying to clean things before I reassemble everything, but it looks nice. You know, it's certainly a good starting point. It's still a little dusty here and there, and like this, I'm never going to be able to clean the chrome flaking here, so I may just replace these. They aren't super expensive to replace, so I may do that. But right now, it's just a matter of going through and looking at what has been done, making sure it was done right. I've got to check all my axle bolts, you know, just everything. Everything needs to be checked to make sure that it functions properly before getting the bike out on the road. So, you know, the nice thing is I'm not tempted to do anything because there's no engine yet. But soon, as in next week, I'll have the engine in, and it's going to be more and more tempting to take this thing around the block. So I'm going to put the camera on time-lapse here, and I'm just going to be messing around. I'm going to be working on different parts of the bike, kind of going through it, and it's just that process. When you get a project, it's a process to bring it back to life. And if you don't like the process, don't take on a project. while I have bins and bins of parts, I don't know where anything is, and I don't know which parts go to which bike. So, you know, thankfully these things aren't too complex, and I'm taking it just one system at a time here. But I'm having to look through all of these different bins, and again, this isn't all of them, just to find, I know somewhere I saw a master cylinder rebuild kit for this bike, and so I'm looking to do that right now, and I can't seem to lay my fingers on it. So I'll keep looking, but par for the course when you buy a basket case.